then maybe I'll be able to get it done. So I want to be like the cool kids. Cool kids, they got a hose, they walk up, they set up all 4 tires. You know, they turn the pump on, they're good to go. While the pump's running, you know, they're watching the valve, but they can do other things, finish loading out, or see what the plans are, or post to the grams or something while they're, you know, they're just standing there watching a valve. But I mean, it seems like entry price on that is like what, $200, $250, $300. You want to get something really nice, and my goal is really to find those things that are comparable with the most expensive or the expensive, but that are kind of the budget option. You know, that you can still get by with. Maybe you're not going to be the fastest, but it's still going to be a little faster than you were looking for. You know what I mean? So what I've done is I grabbed a couple budget and better. I do not have the super expensive one here. I was able to buy these two for half the price still of, you know, what some of the competition is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a peek at what I got, and then we're gonna run some timers on this stuff and see, you know, is this product, are they going to be good enough to take with you, and will they blow up? Do they work at all? Do they fit adapter wise? Things like that. Is there any issues? So I'm going to pull these together. We're going to take a look at them, and then we'll get to timing. So this one is $99. This one here comes with a digital. Comes with a digital setup. This actually is a quick release here on this part. If I can get it off, that adapts this into just the Schrader valve. There's a valve on here. You're gonna have to pop this every once in a while to check your gauge. Anyways, this will pop off, and this is a quick release under here. If you have that kind of a setup, I personally have to run off this kind of a valve right here. This one, like I said, air up all 4 tires at the same time. It's got nice sturdy clips on there. All the hardware seems really good. It's this kind of a plastic hose. You can see kind of how it's finger width. What is that? Pinky, less than pinky width or whatever. It's, you know, it's your standard air hosey type of thing that might come on one of those pumps or something like that. But like I said, for $99, I was in. I was really to give it a try, see what we got going for half, less, a third of the price. I figured, well, that really is about as budget as you can get probably on these things, you know. And then there's this bad boy right here. Now she is $39, and you know, the hardware is probably pretty standard on a bunch of these, because these are just as good as the one we just looked at. Everything, the fittings are real nice and set in real good. No gauge on this one. No kind of readout or anything for you. All it has is the Schrader valve ready to hook up, and then it splits off and splits off again, and like another couple of spots. But the thing about this one is the volume of this hose. I mean, look at that thing. That's a pretty skinny little hose right there. So we're not really sure what this one's going to do. If this one works, I mean, it airs up your tires. Bam, Bob's your uncle. You know what I mean? You got a 4 tire air setup. If it takes forever because of this hose, I mean, maybe that's not worth it. I got this pump alone we're about to use. It's an all-top pump. We are doing about 2 minutes a tire from 15 pounds to back to 35 pounds for the road. I did it in 145 plus some stopping it to check the valve, give or take a pound or two. You're like under 2 minutes. So I'm going to set up the camera. I'm going to set these up on the tires, and I'm going to let everything down to first of all, let it down to 15 pounds, and then we're going to see airing it back up. What I use is, I use these little all-top valve stem You don't pull a valve stem or anything. You just set, there's a couple of numbers under here. You set them up like torque wrench style. Tighten this down. Screw these onto it. And it lets the air out. I have a full video at the end here. I'm going to put it up in this corner. You'll see it. I'll remind you again later about the pump I'm using and about these little valve stems I'm using. Normally I would walk around and put one of these on each tire. I am under the impression that I should be able to just take one, set this all up on everything, take one of these, mount it up to here. All the tires should empty down to 15 pounds apiece. This will shut off and we'll be good to go. So let me set this up. We'll take a peek at it. All right, the cable is run. Little skinny thing, you can barely see it. All of the valves are plugged in thusly. And then I have the main valve set up right here with my timer. And we are going to see all 4 tires to 15 pounds through this one valve. Maybe it's better to walk around and put a valve on each tire. Maybe it's better to do it this way. Let's find out. So as soon as this starts to hiss, I'll reach back there and touch that. All right, so little skinny hose with just one of those little adapter units on it, 14, almost 14 and a half to get down to 15 pounds. I tested these earlier on a different video. All right, so we're gonna run skinny hose, cheap, $39. We're gonna run them up. We're at 15 pounds right now. We're gonna run them back to 35 and see how that goes. So you just hook that one back up to there, let it ride. After checking the pressure, the tire took almost 2 more minutes worth of air. 30. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we are gonna hook up the thicker hose and we're gonna run this again. I'm gonna bump these back down to 15 pounds and we'll test the other one. This one's gonna be a little different because we are having something to monitor. But like I said, I'm actually using this to downplay, to let the air down. And the only reason is because you can put this on there and then walk away. Like I can go finish battening down whatever and things like that while I'm waiting. So same thing, start the timer once this runs. I'll show you what the time is afterward. You're gonna take my word for it unless you want to watch lots of fast forward times. So let's get the stopwatch up on here. Set this on here. Well, I'm gonna shut this valve. Load this up onto the bottom of this. Make sure she's good and ready to go. Open our valve. Start my timer at the same time. All right, she's coming to the point where she's going to stop any second here. The thing is we're at, well, you can even read any of this, 16 minutes, and it shut off. So, I don't think, I'm going to be honest, I don't think setting up all 4 of them to this one bleeder is necessarily the way to go unless you just want to set it up and walk away and work on some other stuff, and then you're perfect, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's fill it up with air. All right, so what did I learn here? I probably don't need $250, $300 worth of hoses to fill up all 4 tires at the same time. Unless you can find one that's got an automatic shutoff, that might be the key. But this one here for $99 with the digital setup on it, and even the bare bones one for $39 can probably get you done. If you are wondering about the little valves or the pump itself, how long it takes to set up or deflate the tires, I got a video right here I want to put up. You can check that one out after this. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming. Y'all take it easy.